This podcast contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Gays and ghosts.
Yes!
Welcome back to another session of Gays and Ghosts. Welcome, yes.
Yes, and this time we have another special guest.
We do.
Her name is Joseph. Welcome, Joe.
Welcome, Joe. Welcome.
How are you?
Good
How are
evening.
you guys? This is exciting.
Thank you.
This is really.
We're
is a
so
production.
excited.
We've been
I
having
know.
so much fun doing this, and a lot of people really seem to be enjoying it, which
Yeah.
is really refreshing to see too. So we're like,
Refreshing.
all right, we enjoy.
I'm a fan. Since day one, I'm like production value.
The production value is
Like,
out of control
the
here.
stories, come on.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for being
Giving
here
you the
today.
flowers, yes. Thank you.
Thank
for having
you.
me.
We accept.
But welcome, Joe. We're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
I love it. My name's Peter.
My name is Arthur.
And this is another episode of Gays and Ghosts, episode 5.
Yes.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
I know.
This is crazy. Like, I
Number
feel like
5.
time is just going by so fast.
It
which
is.
This has been so much fun for all of us.
I know.
Honestly.
But last episode, it was pretty fun. We had Spooky Uki, and we taled about the real life pictures.
Yep,
and
the actual
whatnot.
ghosts, like seeing
Yes,
them, like
yes.
seeing the pictures. What is the word called when you see like the like it behind you?
An apparition.
Apparition.
Oh,
there
an
you go.
apparition.
Yeah, so all that, the pictures you showed me were crazy.
I know, they were fucking wild,
Yeah.
bitch. So we did that, and then we also had a new segment, Gag the Gays.
Gag the gays.
No,
Yep.
the gays are gagged. Sorry, I forget all the names.
You know, it's the same.
the same.
one is the same.
Yes.
Same.
And then,
one's different?
I know, you know.
Yeah.
And then so today, we will be discussing near-death experience.
Ooh, for what?
Spooky ooky. Yes,
Yes.
yes. So that's going to be fun. I've always been super interested in near-death experiences.
I've been always curious when they, like, I don't know, when they don't pass and what they see or
Yeah.
whatever. So that always intrigues me. I'm
I know
like,
for
oh,
sure.
because a lot of people tend to have not exactly the same, but similar enough of an
Right.
after, like, oh, I came back to my body type experience. So
Yeah.
it's been really crazy to kind of research what I was going to find.
My good God. And then we also have Joe in his special segment of Apparitional Accounts. And he will be discussing, let's see, he'll be discussing his experiences with paranormal as a child.
As well as he was the one that was with me
Oh, bitch.
during
Yes, in Coachella.
Can we talk about that? Because genuinely, I saw that last episode and I was like, hold up. He's doing it without me. I was
It's
like,
so
you're gonna
funny.
tell our story.
Oh, bitch.
Of course,
I've
we have to have a
always
Red
wanted
Bull.
to do one of these, and you're like, oh. Wow.
1, 2, 3. Clink, clink, motherfuckers.
Okay, so time for Spooky Ooky.
Here comes intro.
Oh, yes, the intro.
Okay.
Love that. Okay, so you go first. Let
All
me know
right.
what you think.
So I started Googling what I could potentially find because I really wanted to have one of those, like I mentioned earlier, more of those what they saw after death experiences. So
Yeah.
I found actually this guy. I'm assuming he's Israeli because the website is israelhayom.com. That sounds
Okay,
right.
sounds cute.
So this is by Ran Puni. The title is, it's a long one, bitch. It's another one that's like, why the fuck do you put a paragraph? You know what
Okay.
I
It's
mean?
like an Amazon description.
Basically, wish list.
I know.
I heard a voice asking me whether I wanted to return to my body or pass through the door of light.
Right.
So I'm like, all right. Israel Hayam speaks to those who made it back alive after a near-death experience. There was no pain. The world felt like a very unified place. That's the quotations. Recalls one interviewee. The weather at Tel Aviv beach was as usual in the summertime, sunny, humid. Surfers were doing their thing. No one could foreseen the upcoming danger, especially not the then 18-year-old Ela, who was about to have a near-death experience. Ooh. Suddenly, a very high wave appeared, which is not common for the beaches. She recalled 26 years after the event, it thrusted me toward the wave breakers where I got stuck and began to swallow water and felt like I was swelling up from the inside. That is
Ew.
terrifying. You know, whenever people tell you, would you
Ew.
rather? I don't know.
Girl,
if they
new
would.
fear unlocked. I was never afraid of drowning. Well,
Oh, for me, it's like either getting burned alive or drowning. Could you imagine?
No, that's
I would
fucked.
just be like, shoot me. Just
Kill
shoot
me.
me. Let me die
Wait, no,
gracefully.
take me out the water.
Right.
Shoot
Take
me
me out,
That's it.
bitch.
Don't
Take me out.
Don't do that. Oh my God. I realized at some point that I was drowning. I started to see my whole life in front of me, like a slideshow.
That's what scares me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
that's
when people
interesting. I've
say-
heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard stuff like this. Not exactly like a slideshow per se, but
But in
I've
a
heard.
sense, like your whole life flashing.
Yeah, like the flashing of the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh, that gave me chills actually.
Right?
Ooh.
Birth,
Shows off the air conditioner.
kindergarten, school, and I saw my funeral.
So she saw the future.
Yeah, she saw.
Was she painted?
As I saw the funeral, I
Okay.
heard a drawing noise and felt that I was leaving my body and started to ascend slowly. At this
Oh,
point,
shit.
I was looking down on my body from above, continuing to drown, but I no longer felt pain.
Oh.
There was no pain. The world felt like a unified place. I came to a tunnel that was very calm and pleasant with a warm light that led to an unusual bright path. I saw two figures there dressed in white who asked me my name and why I was there. I was afraid then. They told me the good and bad things I had done in my life.
Do you want
Actually,
that?
Middle
I don't
Eastern
know
people
if I
say
want
shit like that. They
Yeah.
say whenever you pass, you feel all the pain that you gave to people, and then you feel all the like good. Like you feel both, and then it's kind of like your
Is this together?
moment.
In a sense, like you're feeling.
I think
both
you
the
feel
pain
one. I
and
mean,
the
I
pain.
don't know, but I'm assuming you feel one, then you feel the other.
Me asking,
Yeah.
like, did you go through it?
Did you
You
go
know
through it
what?
as a girl?
It was just it happened yesterday. I was gardening my lawn, and then
He's actually dead right
then
now.
that's it. Right.
He's dead. He-
Honestly, boo.
Boo, bitch.
So yeah, they kept looking at me until one of them began to gravel and then condition my return. I've heard so many people have this experience where more or less they kind of have a somebody that
Yeah.
they end up seeing
Yeah.
or something, and then they ask them like, oh, were you good, were you bad, this is the feelings you gave to people, good and bad. So she survived. What's her name? Ali or Ila? Ila was her name, and she
Ila?
survived a near-death
Beautiful name, by
experience.
the way. I
That
love
is a pretty name.
It's a pretty name. Yeah, so in Tel Aviv, she lives to tell the story.
Shit, bitch.
Yeah, I thought that was
Shit.
actually pretty cool. The
That is a
fact
cool
that
story.
she survived and not necessarily, but kind of did see the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, she definitely
Yeah.
did.
Oh, for sure.
She
like,
said, "I saw my own funeral."
yeah, she,
Yeah.
and then she was like, boo. Sorry, good.
I love it. Well, thanks for sharing. What's her name? Ida? Ida.
Ela.
Ela. Thanks
Yes.
for sharing Ela's story.
In the
Yes.
next episode, we're gonna have Ela here.
Along with Roshi, Ela, all those
Where is
bitches
she
are
now?
gonna come.
Where is she now? Find
Right.
out next week.
Come back next week.
I'm dead. So I have a near-death experience story
Oh my
from.
God, are you okay?
Yeah, no, not my. Not from me. Not from me. sis. No, so it is again from Reddit. I'm the Reddit queen. If you
I was
haven't-
just gonna
No,
say,
honestly, I
our Reddit
love it.
queen.
Yeah,
I
I'm
really
the
do
Reddit
love it.
queen, so I love digging in there.
Girl, you-
Thankfully.
My story is from Robert Zrayek. Robert
Right.
Zrayek.
Right.
And this is his near-death experience. So, I seldom tell this story because of the fear that people will think I'm crazy. But here goes. I had a high fever when I was 25 years old. My young wife was unable to cope.
My young wife.
Interesting.
That's a very
Okay, just wait.
dangerous- Those are very dangerous words, okay,
young
to
wife.
say.
What the
my
fuck?
young
My
wife.
young wife.
How old was he?
She's he was 25. She was probably 24. So
Let's say that.
Let's say
Let's
that.
say that.
I like
Say
that.
that.
yeah. She repeated several times that if my temperature went up another degree, she was calling an ambulance. This happened 4 times, and I was really burning up. I'm doing-
Let her finish.
I just said, call 911. Yeah, so this happened 4 times, and I was really burning up. In desperation, with only the thought of getting the heat out of my body, I staggered to the bathroom to take a cold shower. When the water hit me, I collapsed and fell face down on the floor of the tub.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know why I laughed.
Oh my. We're literally over here like, oh my god.
And you're like,
I'm like, oh my god.
I
Okay.
mean- Maybe, hopefully, his wife heard, because water bills are expensive.
Right.
The water kept going.
Listen.
What?
Oh my god, I'm feeling lightheaded. I laughed too hard. Okay, hold on. Now I'm about to have a near-death experience.
First of all,
Don't fall.
Okay, so it says, the next thing I knew was that I was looking down at my body from near the ceiling. Before I continue, I want to make it clear that I never read a thing about near-death experiences. My first reaction was that I was so relieved physically. I remember sighing before I realized that I had no lungs. My thoughts went something like this. Uh-oh, now I've done it. I think I'm dead. Hey, this isn't so bad. I was happy that I still had consciousness. It was not the dreaded non-existence. Then I looked down at my body laying below me and realized that I had never seen myself from the back before. Very fascinating.
I'm sorry.
I would have been like, who is that?
Oh no, who's that hot bitch? Fuck. I stared at it for a minute or so. I also felt that I was free to go anywhere I wanted.
Work.
I then felt that there was a tunnel behind me and turned back to look down the tunnel. I had an impression that there would be light at the end, but I did not actually see it. I was tempted to go down the tunnel to see it, but the thought hit me that if I did, I would never be back.
Ooh, that is
might-
that is frightening.
That
And I'm
is a
pretty
bit
sure that was
frightening.
a feeling too.
I
Yeah.
mean, for sure, I think the same. That sounds like it.
I then looked at my body and asked myself if I was ready to leave it forever. But it was a young body and I decided not to go. I mean, you're 25.
I mean, yeah.
That's half your life, you're good. I felt that I could find the tunnel again if I died. I hovered down to position myself, entity, spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, and then took a moment to prepare to go back into the body. I knew it would be back to the pain I had just left behind a few minutes earlier. I ducked my spirit head into my physical head, kind of like an old Topper movie, and I was back to the fever and the pain. I told some people about the experience and got quite a few theories about it, ranging from a dream brought on by a fever to a belief that I had actually died and come back, plus a few in between. It was years later that I walked by a paper book rack and saw a book about near-death experiences. I picked it up and read accounts of others who had a similar experience to mine. I thought, yes, this is what happened to me. But when I read about the tunnel and the light, I was shocked. Since that time, I have read a bit of theories about others expressing ranging from scientific to spiritual, and still do not know what really happened. All I'm reporting is my first-hand experience. That's about it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds so fucking painful. Like, on a real note, like, imagine falling in your bathtub. That shit's gonna hurt.
Face
Have you
first,
not?
bitch.
Have you
Your
not
teeth
fallen in your
gone.
bathroom?
Gone. What do you mean? Have you
Wait.
not? Wait, you better shut the fuck up. Have you fallen in your bathtub?
Okay, so that's it for Spooky Ookie
Yes.
today. Love that.
That was a really cute one,
It
actually.
was, yeah. I love a good near-death experience.
Why not?
You know,
Yeah.
I say this every week. I love a good this, love a good that. But
I love a
near-death
good that.
experiences are so interesting to me. So
I mean,
I'm
our
glad we talked
topics
about
are juicy oozy, so I don't
it.
know.
Juicy, oozy, spooky, ookie. We're back with Apparitional Accounts today, which is our guest segment on Gays and Ghosts. And today, we have our friend Joe here in the studio.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Joe. If you want to just introduce yourself, Joe, and
Hi.
tell the viewers who you are, tell the people, tell the listeners.
About you.
Hello, viewers. People of America, and then some.
And then some. Thank you.
Canada.
Canada,
we
we
have
love
the
Canada.
Aussies. We have little Miss
Australia.
Australia looking at us as well.
No, but definitely, me being Filipino, like, I was born in the Philippines, so it kind of coincides with.
How old were you when you
those.
came here?
Oh my god. That's a great question. That is a great question.
That you don't have the answer to?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's typical for everybody to be like, oh, Manila. It's like, you know,
The more
hub.
popular
Yeah.
The more popular, but I'm from a cute little small island that I love. It's called Bacolod.
Ooh.
And yeah.
So you had experiences when you were younger?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so tell
And
us.
so, yeah,
like,
tell us some of the
the most like
experiences.
vivid ones or the ones that you can remember.
Yeah.
Girl, the only one that always comes back to my mind, and it's so funny because it's one of those stories that's, it happened so young, where now that you're older, you're like, did it?
You're like,
Yeah.
that's
Or did I
fucking
dream it?
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's
Right.
like, oh, no, but it did.
But it did.
Because clearly I keep coming back to it.
Keep coming back,
Shit
bitch.
like that will not leave you.
No, genuinely. It's like something that like imprints on you.
Yeah.
You imprinted on my child.
But yeah, straight up.
No, seriously. But what is it? The synopsis. Oh yeah. So it, like I said, my parents built a house out there to, like, you know, give us a whole life. Me and my siblings.
Right.
I'm the oldest of 3, and the layout of the home, because it's important to the story. We're on like the first level.
Okay.
All of our rooms are out there. My parents, my brother, my sisters, and mine. We're all on the same floor, and upstairs is where the maids' quarters were.
Ooh, maid.
Again,
Work.
well,
I love
know,
that.
Wealthy.
I know. Shout out to them. I hope they're doing good. I do miss them. They took care of us.
I'm sure they did.
But yeah, there's been so many times where me having my own room every night, my door would never be shut. It would always be like kept open, like when I'm in bed. And I always just got that feeling where I was like, girl, somebody's out there watching me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, you get that feeling even when you're walking down the street by yourself and you're like, let me turn around.
Like sometimes, yeah,
You
you
know,
get
'cause,
that
like,
feeling sometimes,
You
yeah.
never know. And I'm like, and
Yeah.
it happened so many times. And mind you, this is only like after being there for like 6 months or so.
All right.
Yeah. Fast forward, this was like a couple days after, like, my parents' house got robbed, like where we lived got robbed. The Philippines is still considered a third world country, so a lot of the time when, you know, people get like word of
You're
other
doing well, basically,
Yeah, other
yeah.
families, especially if you move from the United States back there, the first thing these people think of instantly is like,
They got
have
coin.
money.
Yeah.
They have coin, they have things, so let's go do that.
Yeah.
We were out real quick, got robbed, came back, a whole mess. Ever since then, just a slew of just like weird shit started happening. Me feeling like I'm being watched, things moving when they weren't supposed to. The TV turning on. I know that's like so cliche.
I mean, shit,
But
if
bitch.
it's happening, the bathroom light turned on
It's
for
one
us
thing
a
for you to
thousand
see it on
times.
TV,
So.
Yeah.
but it's another for you just to sit there and, girl, we're gay.
Girl, we're gay.
I was playing my sister's Barbie.
Okay.
Yeah, hello. Her fucking dream house.
Yeah,
I
that was my
Miss
dream
Swan
house.
Lake.
I
Okay.
love it.
All right.
But yeah, I literally turned around. I was like, hold up. Cut the cameras, dead ass. Who turned
Dead
the TV
ass.
on?
Who
Yeah.
fucking
Who
did
turned
it?
the TV on? But you know, I was one of those kids where I was very quiet. So I was like, I'm gonna keep to myself. I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep going because I feel like if I gave it energy,
Okay.
it would like actually like
Smart.
do
Yeah, yeah.
more. You know?
Yeah.
So it built up to this one night where, again, laying in bed, door was open, like I said, feeling like I'm being watched. Our maids who were living upstairs apparently like heard my mom go up there and be like, hey, like we need you. You know what I mean? And mind you, they have a phone line from up there to like down to like where we
Oh,
were.
gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were smart girls because they were like, something ain't feeling
Something's
right.
not
You know what I
adding
mean? Like, you know when you hear the stories of like in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah,
Appalachian
yes, we
I'm
Mountains,
do.
familiar. I'm
We do
familiar.
know about the
yeah,
Appalachian
about like
Mountains.
people like mimicking other people, being like help and stuff like that.
Yep.
It was very
Much that.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, I need you, and they're like, at 3 a.m, you need me at 3.
Did they say it on the phone
Right
or was
now?
it?
No, it was like before.
Like
yeah.
someone coming up the stairs to
like
tell
they
them.
thought my mom was up there, like knocking on their door, being like, "Oh, I need you guys, you know, to help out with the kids." And they were like, "I don't know about this." So they called just to make sure, like downstairs, and they were like, "Hey, like, did you really need us?" And my mom was like, literally answering like, "Why the fuck are you waking me up at 3 a.m?"
Right.
Yeah.
Girl.
Same.
If I was her, I would have been like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pack up.
And leave.
I am good.
And
You
leave.
could mail me my last check. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
And Filipinos are very religious.
Yeah.
They're very, very
Yep.
religious. They had, I'm not even kidding you, the most gigantic rosary stuck to the front of their door.
Of course.
It was a wooden rosary stuck to their door.
course.
Literally.
Yeah.
And they heard it like, this is like, after they thought that my mom was upstairs, picked up the phone. They were like, girl, that ain't me. They heard that rosary fall. And I was like,
Bitch.
No.
No, not today. I would have also said,
girl.
mail me my first check, my
and
last
mind
check. I
you,
mean,
again,
dude,
like I said, it's one of those like
thick wooden ones.
thick, yeah, but it's like
Yeah,
there's
so
a
like it's not gonna
rosary.
move.
that you wear, but there's one that you like people
Hang
just
up.
display.
I get you.
Yeah.
So that's like 10 times bigger than what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, not gonna just fall off
it's
the door.
Girl, it was built. It was stuck to that thing.
It was nailed.
Literally
Yeah.
nailed. And it fucking, you could hear it drop.
Okay.
And so then what happened?
So there's, what are they called? Like, you know how every country has like specific names for entities?
Okay.
Like a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, what we experience or what my family experienced, they're called aswangs.
Okay.
The definition of an aswang, it's apparently like an entity that's like mixed with a witch, and they say like vampire.
Sure, sure.
I was like, all right, the vampire's a little bit of a stretch, but
I understand what
we'll
you're
go with
talking
it.
about,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's an entity, bitch.
Yeah.
Of some sort, yeah.
Throw everything that you can.
Right,
and see
throw it
what
in there.
sticks. But I mean, it's defined in that way for a reason, because people, have their own experiences with it.
Yeah.
So we experienced an aswang. When I said my mom got that phone call, she got up really quickly, because one of the other facets of like an aswang is it takes children.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, bitch.
And me and my siblings were very, very young, when this happened. And my brother I think was just one.
Okay.
And my sister wasn't far apart, like, far from
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. We weren't even double digits yet, and they were very worried that something like that was going to happen.
You guys were gonna get taken.
Yeah, exactly. And in the maid's room, there's a door, and then there's like a window
Okay.
right over here next to them. You can't get up there. You cannot get up there.
Right.
You know what
it's
I mean?
not
It's
one
like,
of those type of windows.
no,
Like it's
not
on the
even a
second
ledge.
story or
It's
third?
just on that second floor,
Okay, yeah.
facing out, just flat, and like
Yeah.
right under them is a courtyard.
Okay. So there's no
Did
way
this
to.
fucking ghost have a ladder? You know what I mean? I was like, after that like whole thing happened with like
Wait,
the
so did they
cross
see them?
dropping,
And, like-
not yet, or they thought they saw him, because it was one of those things where it happened in the dark.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
then, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Okay.
you see, from what they said was like a figure. It went from the door to where the window was. And it started like tapping. And that's the part that freaked me out, because it's one of those tappings where like, when somebody has like a really long
Yeah.
nail and it's just,
Oh,
and
I-
it wasn't even like quick. It was like that.
They're fucking with you. They're
I know,
fucking
me
with
doing that
you.
just actually gave myself chills. I was like,
I know,
oh
I
my
got the
god,
chills.
no,
Oh,
but
God.
seriously, it's
No.
like that prolonged, like, consistent,
Just like toying
steady
with you. They're toying
Yeah.
with you.
It's like it just feels so intentional. Where you're like, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? And at that point, when they told me about this, it was like, they were already freaked out. I would have been too.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
have been
yeah.
gone by that fucking cross.
Been
being
packed.
dropped, bitch.
Been packed.
But at the same time, I'm not trying to walk through them doors, because I don't know what the fuck is outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're upstairs, nothing else is around you besides your little room.
Right.
What am I gonna see?
That's fucked.
Like, it's so awful. And now that I'm talking about it even more, I feel so bad for them, because it's like they were stuck in that room.
I
Like,
mean-
these women were probably like 20. You know
They're,
what I mean?
Yeah, they're also young
They were
adults.
young, trying to make, ends meet, like
Right.
trying to
Like us.
support their family,
Yeah.
like,
Cute.
being there for somebody else. And they're like, holy fuck, like, what's happening? Like, this is not what I signed up for.
Shit.
But anyway, fast forward to, or going back to what I was saying about them calling my mom when all this was happening, because it was all kind of happening at the same time. My mom was like, oh, bitch, no.
Yeah.
She got up and woke everybody up in the house. And I was like, for good reason, girl.
Yeah, for a
You know
good
what I mean?
reason.
I was like, you better fucking ring the alarm or call 911.
Ring it, bitch.
Something. This woman, love you, mom, literally busted that door, got up there, and from what she told me, she like stopped midway from the stairs to get up there, because all she saw was, when like people have stairs and there's like that ledge, that
Like-
Like where it
opposite-
turns.
Yeah, before it turns, all she saw was like a figure with really long like hair, but it was like messed up, and,
Crunchy.
like, crunchy,
Yeah.
and it was just swaying back and forth, and I was like,
Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it.
because if that was me, I would have been like, turn around,
Fuck them kids,
I'm
bitch.
like, you know what?
Right, fuck
Y'all
them
have been
kids.
great.
Yeah, fuck
Y'all-
them kids. I'll get pregnant
It's been a
again,
good
honey.
4
I'll see you
years.
later.
It's been a good 4 years,
It's been a
bitch.
good-
That's it.
It's been a good run. Have
Right.
a good
I'm
night.
gonna get
y'all.
pregnant
I'm
again.
done.
I'll see you
Have a good
later.
night.
Right.
Oh fuck.
And, like the craziest thing is, it's like, as I'm telling this story, it's like I know there's like so many like different aspects of it. It's all happening at the same time.
Yeah. So like.
Which is what makes it even worse, because
Yeah.
it's like when things like that happen, it's so quick.
Yeah.
That you're like, what the fuck do I do?
You
So
don't
like
even
when
really
when she saw that, was it simultaneously happening that they saw it run in their room?
Yeah.
Oh,
girl.
So it went
the
from
hell?
her to the room to the
Yeah.
window.
And I'm like, so this bitch has super speed.
Well, yeah, she said
She's
superpower.
And she was
Running.
like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with you too. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
what the
I mean,
hell?
yeah.
And again, back to like the whole religious thing. My mom, being the religious Catholic woman that she is, went back downstairs.
She said,
No, she got her bottle.
She said,
of
"Let
holy
me
water.
pause." Of holy
of course
water.
She fucking
Her holy
did.
water.
She got her
bro.
holy water.
And it's fresh because we just went to church.
Oh, you know, it's that fresh shit.
It's that fresh holy
It's nice
water.
and nice.
Bitch,
and
I would have
blessed.
put it in my mouth as well. I'm like,
Oh my
get away from me.
Yeah. And it's so funny because prior to that, like I've always known holy water to be something that like embodies like, you know, wanting to be protected by Jesus and all that
Yeah.
stuff and whatever. And that was the first experience of me being like, oh, this is, you could use it for something else. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, bitch.
Defending
And
you.
mind you, this bottle, like this, times 2. You know what I mean? It's like
Ooh,
one of
it's-
those great value shampoo bottles.
I love it. It's the 2-liter version of the holy
with
water.
a cross on it.
Right.
I know I'm
She's
I
like,
know I'm
with a
laughing,
pump.
but genuinely, like, you have to laugh about things.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like seeing that in person, I'm like, how much holy water y'all really need?
I know.
You know what I
lot.
mean? Like,
A
clearly
lot.
a lot. And
A
this
lot,
is prior,
clearly.
yeah, and
Yeah.
this is prior to me being like, oh, now I see why.
We got to bless this place.
Yeah,
bitch.
no,
Immediately.
clearly, very, very much. And
Yeah.
she went up there, from what she told me, and she spoke to it, and
Oh, like she actually saw it.
yeah,
Like-
when she was walking up, and
She's like,
stopped
oh,
and
you're
looked
back
away,
upstairs. What do you want? The ghost
like,
is
But
like,
wait, so
oh,
when
my
she went back down and then came back up and
came
saw
back
it
up and
again.
it was still there, and it didn't leave like that. She was in the same spot.
Like she knew she was coming back.
Yeah,
She knew.
and that's what freaks me out the most is that even though you know our moms are so resilient, at the same time, like, girl, you're still human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
of
You know what I
course.
mean? Like, you're still a person. You can't fight everything.
I know, that's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Especially something that might be there, might not be there. You know? So it's like
So how did that experience end? Like what happened?
Yeah, what happened after?
I think it ended with her going up there, and prior to her even like taking those last few steps, she like spoke to it and like in a sense provoked it. She's
Yeah,
like,
she's
this
like,
is my fucking
Yeah,
house.
this is my.
Yeah,
I pay
yeah.
You know what I
rent
mean?
here.
Like, I pay rent.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I built this shit.
Right.
The worst thing is too, like me and I was in the room with my siblings and my dad, who was just in there like trying to console us.
Yeah.
The whole time, all you hear is like my mom like provoking this, being like, "You need to get out." You know, like
Yeah,
chanting
telling
in a
it to
sense,
leave and
being, like,
stuff. Yeah.
throwing religious like things into it too.
Yeah.
And then Simon's Hansey, we'll never forget it. The genuine like
Fear.
no, like the stomach screams, like the scream is from in here.
Yep.
From those two girls from up there. Like just the scream is like, I'm scared, but also help me. You know what I
it's-
mean?
comes
So that
from
was
the-
happening
it's like
while
the
your
stomach.
mum
Wow,
was.
yeah, my mom's like trying to get up there. And I'm like, girl.
That shit's crazy.
And I'm like downstairs, like, you know, as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
You're like, what is going on up there?
Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And it wasn't like my mom, it took her a while. And the two maids are like our nannies in a sense.
Yeah, they're
So,
like,
actually,
we're gonna
like,
find
yeah.
a new house to
yeah.
stay in. Thank
or
you.
just it took them a while to like actually like tell the story fully. You know, because I was
Well,
still,
it's
like,
Yeah, it was
traumatizing as
traumatic.
well,
Traumatizing.
honestly. Yeah.
And like when I did finally like hear the whole thing, I was like, oh my god. Like it was like a.
I mean, yeah,
probably
that
couldn't
shit
even
is
put the
scary,
words
dude.
together. I
Yeah.
was like, holy fuck, like this is really fucking scary, and like to just hear about it and like I just felt it and I like heard things, you know, but to have that happen and also at the same time kind of confirm me being like, there's something happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the Philippines is one of those places, like, it's so deeply rooted in so much history where people, like, their great-great-grandparents built that house. And
Yep.
that family still lives in that house, like, generation after generation.
Yep.
So, of course, like, after a while, like, people die.
Well, yeah, it's
Things
natural,
happen. Like,
right?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it seeps in through, like, the land and everything like that. And I'm like, fuck, this shit's weird.
That's
but to,
fucked.
like, kind of, like, put everything and like put a bow on it.
Yeah, huh?
My mother
Yeah.
literally went up there, literally splashing holy water everywhere, is from what she told me.
Yeah.
And right before she like turned around, apparently all she saw was that head that she saw from before she got out there. Bitch, this is the guy.
What?
I'm not even kidding you. It shot up.
Like
Because
through the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bitch,
It worked.
Yeah, but
It said,
it
"I'm
shot
escaping."
up through the fucking ceiling?
The
Are you
ceiling.
fucking kidding me?
Well, yeah, she
So, like, it just
escaped.
went-
I mean, she
Yeah,
was
it just, like, you know,
she was
it's-
expelled. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, you are no
but
longer
still,
welcome
like,
to.
the idea of like seeing something
I
like
mean,
that in
yeah.
firsthand, being like, oh, you hear about shit like this,
Yeah, but then to see it
and then
is
be like, oh no, bro,
crazy.
I'm gonna exit through that.
I'm gonna exit through
Yeah,
there, bitch.
Exit,
She's like,
exit stage
I'm
left.
out.
Oh, this has been nice. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you
ate
so
the sandwich in the
much.
fridge. I'll see you later.
I'm dead.
Not the sandwich.
That's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
And once she got up there, she like threw the bottle to the corner and she tried opening that door, but it was stuck.
To the maid's
Yeah.
room.
That rosary was on the ground. It was light brown. It's like one of those natural wood things.
It got dark, dude.
No, bitch, half of it was burnt.
Yeah, it's because you know.
No lie. I think somebody took a photo. I don't fucking know why.
We're gonna need said photo.
Oh no,
Right,
bitch,
I was
I'm
about
gonna
to
try to
say.
find it.
He's gonna try and find it. So by
It's
the
like,
time
you
this
know,
episode
like back in the
airs,
day, we're not that old, girl. We're not that old, but you know when you have to like take a photo and get it developed.
Yeah.
It's one of those like it's in one of those Kodak.
Listen, I also
pamphlets.
would
I
be
gotta like
like
sift through it. There's a
yeah.
whole box of them, but I'm not even kidding you. I remember seeing it,
trauma.
and then mom was like, "Oh, you don't need to see that." I'm like,
You're like,
oh,
right.
okay, no. So you
Yeah.
immediately. So this episode's gonna air in 2 weeks. We need you to find
Oh, bitch, I
2
need to
weeks
find
to.
this.
Yeah, we want that
"No,
picture.
I genuinely
yeah.
need to find this photo."
If we have that photo, it will be shown now.
Now. Yeah.
So hopefully that
me.
works.
Yeah, I love that.
If not, I will show a picture of a goat.
of a Boom. No, but I hope I do find it because I know that all of our families have like,
That's
fucking
lit.
Yeah.
boxes of just
Yeah.
fucking photos and shit.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
but
I love that.
I just feel awful like talking about it now because
I mean, that's a
it's
really
It's
scary
really
experience.
different to kind of re-bring it up. Like even me when I bring
it's
about
one
like
thing
past
for you to like
stuff,
think about
it's
it,
really
but
exhausting.
to like
taxing.
actually explain it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's
holy
taxing.
fuck! Like I'm being pulled back and like this is
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And wild. And so, did anything like that happen again in the house or no?
no because we moved.
Boom!
So they're smart,
Wow.
bitch. They're not
Smart.
My parents
stupid.
said, "Pack it up.
They
Pack
said,
it up.
Pack
We're
it up.
gone.
We going.
No
We
more of
running."
this shit.
No.
No, genuinely,
Thank
it
you.
was so funny because I feel like, I'm a very big person on things happen for a reason.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Either good or bad,
Everything's a lesson.
clearly, you know what I mean? And my parents were like, things were also happening with them on the, like the opposite end of that.
Yeah.
Like, literally, figuratively. And then that happening.
It was just a
Glad-
sign.
yeah,
honestly.
Something was bad
Glad
in
they
that
realized
house.
they were like, you know what? We need to move back up here.
We need
Yeah.
a move.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe, for sharing your story with
know.
us.
Yes.
That was
And if
very.
you're watching this, Aswang,
Well, I'm
Aswan.
also,
bitch,
make
I'm
sure
ready
to
for you
thumbs
because you
us
ain't
up.
coming from my
no,
mom.
no.
Right.
The us one thumbs us
Yeah.
up. I love it. Well, I think that's it.
Is it time?
It felt super quick today.
Right? It was just very fast, I felt like, but we've been here for a hot minute.
Have we?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
feel
it's
like
it's been like an
it's
hour
kinda-
10.
yeah.
I think.
I love
But the episode might not be that long.
And
See,
what?
when you're around good people and you just chit chat,
Time
Just having a
just
good time,
flies.
bitch. Having a good
Time flies.
time.
Yeah.
I love it. But yes, so thank you so much for coming
Thank
on
you,
the
Joe.
show
Thank you for
today. We
having me. Yes.
appreciate
amazing.
you.
I'm so proud of both of you.
Thank you.
Oh my god, no,
Don't.
genuinely. When
I
Art
love
literally
you.
told me, he was like, Peter was like, let's do this. I was like, and bitch, he said, I
Oh.
have it. I have all the things.
I
was
said,
like,
I said, bitch.
he said, I'm
The
going to do it.
car
I
was
have
in
it.
sport
Oh
mode.
my
Let me
God.
tell
Girl,
you, bitch.
the Crocs were on sport mode.
Okay. I don't mess around, bitch. When I say
No.
I'm doing something, it's
I love
coming.
it. No, it's amazing. You guys are doing amazing.
Thank
I'm
you.
Thank
so
you so
grateful that
much.
you even-
Yes, we'll be back next week and we'll have some more delicious, spooky stories for you. Some gag-worthy stories.
One would say.
One would
Yeah.
say. One would
I
say.
am that one.
Thank you so much again to Joe.
Yes.
Thank
Love you very much.
I love
Thank you to
guys.
Peter.
Thank you so much. My
Yes.
name is Peter.
My name's Arthur.
And you've been
Gagged.
Mwah.
Mwah.
See
Come
you
back
next week.
time. See you.